Hello and welcome back. I'm Randy Buehler, joined by my normal partner in crime, Shadow Nutella. It is semifinal day. Shadow, how you feeling?
Semifinal day feels good. Feels good. Ready to go ahead and get started.
All right, semifinal we are about to play features the bargain deck, Zv Bargain. A dozen cards got banned out of the Urza block, and that was still not enough to keep combo at bay. And this one's a little fragile as Urza block combo decks go, but look, it's still sitting in the final four here with a very legit shot to win this tournament. It will be paired against Affinity. So we can go down and look at this matchup. I mean, a couple of very, very, very powerful decks, each of which was standard legal at a point where it got most of its full glory. Like, here's the Affinity list that we're playing. This is a cranial plating Affinity list. So historical standard here. Every deck in the format was legal at some point in standard. This is Skull Clamp got banned, but cranial plating came out in 5th Dawn. So it's a 5th Dawn fueled Affinity deck, not a Darksteel fueled Affinity deck. I think cranial plating is actually better in the Affinity list. And yeah, it's what you would expect. Artifact lands, artifact lands, artifact lands, which makes Mirror Enforcer and Frogmite and Thoughtcast the actual Affinity cards. This is where the deck got its name. This is where the deck got its start. Arcbound Ravager, of course. Disciple of the Vault combo is really great with eating your own artifacts. This deck splashes red for a couple of ATOGs and some sideboard cards. There's a little bit of burn hanging out in the sideboard over here as well. So that's the Affinity list that Shadow is going to be playing. I am going to be on the bargain side of things. So this is ye old-fashioned combo deck. It is fast mana, Mox Diamond, key with Grim Monolith. Got your soul lands hanging out over here. So fast mana, and then the specific engine this deck uses is actually Turnabout to untap your own artifacts to get even more mana. And the basic assertion of the deck is that once Yawgmoth's Bargain is in play, you should just win on the spot. You just immediately start paying life for cards. You should find enough fast artifact mana to make enough mana, and there's, oh, by the way, there's Dark Rituals in here too. To make enough mana, you can play Delusions of Mediocrity to gain 10 life to draw 10 more cards, and all you're really trying to do is build up to a 20-point Blaze. 1 red mana off a Mox Diamond, 20 colorless, bang, they're dead. So the deck is really optimized to just get the bargain into play as soon as possible. It plays Show and Tell, it plays Vampiric Tutor, and of course, all this fast mana, in addition to fueling the eventual Blaze, can also be used to fuel the bargain in the first place. So, not the most subtle deck in the history of combo decks, not the most resilient because, like I said, there's a dozen Urza block cards missing that are already on the ban list because the Academy deck preceded it, the Jar deck preceded it. But Bargain showed up in Urza's Destiny, and Zv in particular felt like this was the best deck in Standard. Zv Malshowitz, Hall of Famer. You know, he played this on the U.S. national team and had quite a bit of success with it. So that is the matchup. Let me go get us a match set up. All right, I am going to be playing the Zv Bargain side. I'm hosting a match. Shadow, I will mute you on Skype. We can talk more after the match. Good luck.
Sounds good. Good luck to you.
All right. I don't know who's supposed to win this matchup. I feel like this is pure race. It's going to be close. Basically, I think it's going to come down to how quickly I can go off. Like, my deck is capable of going off on turn 2. You know, you just fast mana into turn 2 Show and Tell into Bargain. So those are the kind of draws I think I'm going to actually need to win here, but we'll see. All right, die roll certainly helps. Hit me. This is a turn 3 bargain, so turn 2, I can Intuition for bargain, bargain, bargain. And then turn 3, I can Dark Ritual, tap out for bargain. Is that good enough? That seems really greedy to... I mean, I can play a bargain on turn 3 on the play. That's gotta be good enough, right? Yeah, blue and 2 for the Intuition for 3 bargains. And obviously, I get a couple draw phases in here too, draw steps. Yeah, I think I keep that. So I have to play City. Do nothing on the first turn. I mean, there's not a lot of zeros in this affinity list. Like, it is a little bit slower than whenever N artifact. So you can see mine. It's a little bit slower starting than some of the modern affinity lists, which are just like, bleh, dump your hand on the board, right? So it actually takes a turn or two to build up because it doesn't have zeros. And there's plenty of things I could top deck here and be excited about. Turnabout's not really one of them. I mean, I'll want that later. Start chipping away at me, huh? I can live with this start from him. All right, definitely want the intuition for bargain. It's not bad. All right. So then let me see what, like a colorless floating or something? I guess. I'm definitely playing the bargain. The only question is whether there's a chance I will say go in order to get an untapped step. I think I'm going to need that. Oh, I can have a rainbow mana. Right. I can have the City of Brass untapped. So that's actually slightly better. All right. We have a turn 3 bargain. Now, can I win this turn? They're not the most exciting cards. And what's he going to do to me, right? If he had a Ravager, he would have played it last turn. I mean, Ravagers is the thing I'm scared of. Because Ravager is... If he goes Artifact Land for Ravager, 1, 2, 3, 4, he can cause me like 5 damage, although one of it I'm taking anyway. I think I will play... I'm going to tap City for Voltaic Key, so I may as well draw one more. Interesting. I think I go for the untap step. I get a land drop. What do I get? I only get like... I get 3 mana if I say go. Look over at the chat to see if Zvi's hanging out telling me what to do. Not this time, I guess. I'm on my own. Wow. So if I mean, I don't want to draw more cards if I'm going to say go because I'll have to discard them. Right now, I can draw like 12 more cards. The problem is I basically have to draw Dark Rituals and Mox Diamonds or I can't get going. Right? I mean, I have Monolith Key Turnabout, but I can't really get started. I'm going to have to draw a Dark Ritual or a Mox Diamond. And even if I draw, if I draw Mox Diamond or Dark Ritual, let me go Monolith for Key. But I don't really have colored mana for the Turnabout unless I draw multiple blues. I think I'm supposed to say go. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to say go. I think that couple of mana is huge, and I don't feel like I'm taking that much damage. I mean, it's only Ravager that does significant damage here. Oh, he could go Cranial Plating. If he goes land Cranial Plating equip, I will be sad. But the fact that he squandered a mana and played a Chromatic Sphere makes me think that's not likely. Yeah, land Cranial Plating is the thing that makes me the most sad. No longer can go land Cranial Plating. Great. If all he does is attack me for 1, I like my chances. Oh, Atog. So now what? He can eat 4, so he can deal 5 damage. Well, he attacks me, and now he can deal 4 damage. Noted. Don't go below 4, or don't go down. Don't go below 5. Check. Okay, yeah, he can eat me. Don't go below 5. And now Vampiric Tutor, draw a card, would send me to 5. So I have to at least stop and consider, what can I do? I can play City of Traders, Grim Monolith, Scroll Rack, and activate it. I mean, there's certainly value in activating the Scroll Rack. I haven't found any Mox Diamonds yet, is the annoying part. I don't know if I would Vampiric Tutor. Like, if I bargain for 3 more cards, then I see 3 more cards off the Scroll Rack, which is kind of good. I think that's... But then again, the Vampiric Tutor would give me a reshuffle off the Scroll Rack, which is only good if I have Delusions. I mean, Scroll Rack's not super efficient. I can also obviously key for the Monolith if I want to use my land drop on a blue source. Which, actually, I might have to. So right now, I can go key Monolith, tap Monolith for 3, play second Monolith. So then I have 4 colorless, 5, 6. Yeah, I need more fast mana cards, is what I need. I don't know, can I Vampiric Tutor and still be okay? That is the question. Or do I just draw 3 cards before I do the Scroll Rack plan? I want to draw 3 more cards. It's like seeing 6 cards. Hilarious. Now I draw Vampiric Tutor when I can't cast it. Crystal Bane. And... Vampiric Tutor. That did not work out. Wow, we've hit 0 Dark Rituals since we started going off. We had one in the opening hand. We've hit 0 Mox Diamonds, which are pretty important to the mana. Oh, I just turned my City of Brass off. That was a mistake. I should have stopped at 6 so I can tap City of Brass for mana. I hope that doesn't cost me too badly. That was definitely a mistake. I should be at 6. 2, 3, 4. All right, what am I hoping to hit here? So I want to make sure that I can blue in 2. So I like the Rootwater Depths. I might need the City of Traders. Seeing cards is just good. I mean, I kind of like the Ogwell and the Turnabout. It doesn't actually do anything yet. And I can put them on top to redraw with Bargain. The issue is I need to get Delusions of Mediocrity. And Turnabout doesn't help yet. I got to get to a Delusions. I just need everything. All right, so I found lots of mana. I found 1 Mox Diamond. I think turning off City of Brass is going to kill me here. Right, assuming I could tap City of Brass. It's Ritual, Mox Diamond, Delusions, gain 10 life. But since I'm not allowed to tap City of Brass... Oh no, I'm still okay. I can go Underground River for colorless. 2 colorless becomes Grim Monolith into key for tons of colorless. Mox Diamond becomes blue for Delusions. The problem is I need to throw in a Dark Ritual somewhere. Oh god, do I have to key the Mox Diamond somehow? So that I can get both blue and black out of this Mox Diamond? If I go 2 colorless for Monolith... Oh, no. Delusions turns the City of Brass on. So I'm fine. And then I can reshuffle with Vampiric Tutor. Okay. Neat. Deck is so hard. All right. In retrospect, would have been better off keeping a City of Traders. But what are you going to do? All right. Wow, I can actually hypothetically say go? No, I get smashed by Natok. That's crazy. All right. Now I can tap this for black mana. I can go Dark Ritual Vampiric. Reshuffle, and then start drawing off the bargain. Now, what do I want to draw? I want to draw Mox Diamond, right? Because if I draw Mox Diamond, then I have the blue mana for the additional Delusions. I mean, the tricky bit is I got to get to Turnabout, but that also means I want a Mox Diamond. Because ideally, I'll draw a second Mox Diamond, and I can Turnabout. Dogma's Will doesn't do anything yet, right? Right. Let's say I wanted to reshuffle, and then the card that I most want to draw is Mox Diamond. No problem. Oh, I could have drawn a couple cards before I shuffled. You're right. I put the Turnabout and the Yawgmoth's Will on top of the library so that they would be there. I should have drawn those first. But I have Delusions. There's the Turnabout. Seven, 6. Once again, I can go to 5. Oh, man. Now I have to completely tap out for this Delusions. I don't have the blue mana for the Turnabout to get all my artifact mana. That's bad. Yeah, I don't like tapping out here. But I don't have any choice in the matter. I mean, Even if I had to show and tell, it would save me in black. Man, what happens if I say go? I take 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. That can't possibly be right. How does this work from here though? I might have to. No, I'm just dead. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, and he eats 4 artifacts. It's 14. I think I'm dead. Maybe I could have racked again. I don't understand what sequence of cards is going to get me out of this. I mean, I guess sometimes you fizzle. Even having that Yawgmoth's Will in my hand wouldn't have helped here. And it's not like I had to do super awkward contortions around the City Brass. Like, I'm not saying I played it optimally, but I feel like I've played it close enough to not feel bad about losing. I haven't given away much. But yeah, there's no sequence of cards that gets me out of this. I had to get to the turnabout. I said go. That was correct. I just never was able to get to that double blue for the turnabout. Wow. Still have not drawn any of the last 2 Mox Diamonds. Don't have blue mana. Fizzled. Sad. Yeah, I couldn't say go. Even with the delusions, even though it's at 15, passing the turn, he attacks me for lethal. So that doesn't work. I mean, yeah. If I bargain the turnabout and the will into my hand, that they just turn out they didn't even help the way I drew the other cards. I mean, obviously I would have drawn different cards if I shuffled my library, but I'm not worried about that. Given the sequence of cards I drew off the bargain, I don't know how I was supposed to win from there. I mean, the fact that he had an ATOG and a Disciple meant, obviously, I lost like 5 cards there, which would have been great if I could have been racking for 4 more. Huh. That doesn't do anything. That does lots of things. Can he blow up any of my cards? Is Energy Field just GG against him? What does he have that can deal with an Energy Field? Like, is he going to bring in artifact removal? He doesn't even have it. Interesting. I think Energy Field might be really good here. Like, if I just Vampire Tutor for Energy Field. And then, does that buy me like 1,000,000 years? Feels like it buys me a lot of time. I don't know what I'm taking out for it, but it's probably a throw rack. I don't think Disenchant is where I fight him. I don't think he has individual Hoser cards I have to worry about. Yeah, I think I just try to set up Energy Field. Neat. Oh, he beats me with Disciple of the Vault. Disciple of the Vault is loss of life. Energy Field prevents damage. Still. Buys me, if I reduce his offense down to just Disciple, that buys me a lot of time. Wow, this draw is neat. It's acceleration and stuff and no access to a bargain. But I can play a bargain as early as turn 2 if I had access to one. But like playing a turn 3 Delusions isn't that bad. I think I might keep this. Is that crazy? It's kind of crazy. These scroll racks are good. I have like 8 or 9 tutors in my deck between rack, intuition, and vampiric. I guess this draw just doesn't do anything. I can't just sit here and do nothing. We're racing. All right, fine. Mulligan. Careful what you wish for, right? Any blue mana lets me play bargain. Wow. Oh, jeez. Black mana is not good enough to play bargain. Blue mana is. I can go City of Traders Voltaic Key, and then if I top deck a blue mana, I win. I mean, as soon as I top deck blue mana, I win. Wow. I think I have to gamble. I'm gonna try this. It's definitely risky, but it's a lot easier to draw blue mana than it is to draw bargain, you know? Hit me. Sweet. He does get a 4/4. Huh. I mean, I have a bunch of mana. I've used my land draw for the turn, though. So I can buy 2 mana at the cost of 5 life. Plus, could play Disciple. Alright, now... And I have the scroll rack shenanigans. Again, the key's going to be blue. I don't know, there were some versions of this deck floating around that were Scourge Familiar based instead of Turnabout based. I wonder... This feels like it would be easier somehow if I had Scourge Familiar, but maybe not. I mean, as long as I draw... What? I need 2 Mox Diamonds to feel really good about it. Oh, and I have Vampiric Tutor? Yeah. I think I just go for it. But at this point, I am just going for it. There's the energy field. I don't think that changes anything. And especially now that I have ritual. Can I not draw a Mox Diamond? Jeez. So now Vampiric is to 3, draw this to 2. I get 1 more card, and then I have to start Vampiricing. It's the Delusions. It's a good card. Crazy how I can't draw Mox Diamonds with this deck. It's all you want to draw. I mean, I have no choice but to spend this one on black mana. Now what? I just have to scroll rack, right? Hold back a Vampiric. What? Hold back Vampiric and Delusions? Oh, I can key the diamond. So I go to 6. So if I key the diamond and then play Delusions, I get to just keep going? It's not bad. Is it better or worse than scroll racking? Man, why'd they have to ban Lotus Petal? I think I wanted Delusions and just draw 10 cards before I go back to the scroll rack. Marquise. Can't even find Monolith. Ritual's good. Delusions. Bargain. Land. Scroll rack. Haven't found a single Grim Monolith. 0 Grim Monoliths. And 1 Mox Diamond. 28 cards left in my library. 20 cards in my hand. All right, let's look at a bunch of cards. Kind of like the Delusions, kind of like the Key. Keep the turnabouts, right? Keep one of the 2 turnabouts. All right, finally. Wow, we drew 1 Mox Diamond. Crazy. How do we only draw 1 Mox Diamond? So now I'm titled mana again, right? I mean, I can Mox Diamond Show and Tell Delusions, but that doesn't really get me very far. I need to shuffle all that crap away. So I'm going to Vampiric. That gets me down to B. I Vampiric for Mox Diamond, I guess? And then I have Mox and a black. So I kind of want to go Monolith Key. I mean, Yawgmoth will get me a bunch of Dark Rituals, but Dark Rituals aren't going to solve my problems yet. All right, so I Vampiric Tutor. I don't see I don't see the Yawgmoth School does anything. I think that if I get a Mox Diamond, I have 1 mana Mox. I have 3 mana. Monolith sends me down to 1 of the color of my choice. I have 3 mana. Key makes 4. Key makes 5. Or 4. And then I can key Mox Diamond for blue mana to Turnabout. Right, if I Vampiric Tutor for Mox Diamond, and then I go black mana Mox Diamond for Monolith, now I have Mox and 3. Tap Monolith for key, untap. Now I have Mox and 4. Key makes Mox and 3, activate key on Mox Diamond. Yeah, I can get in a turnabout that way. And once I do 1 turnabout, I feel like I'm going to be in much, much better shape. Certainly, at a minimum, I can play the Delusions that's in my hand. So, all right. Oh, I gotta put all these cards back. And I'm about to shuffle, so I don't care about the order. Monolith for key. Key taps Monolith. Monolith for key. Key untaps Mox Diamond. Blue, blue, turnabout, targeting me. I would like artifacts, untap. Okay. Now what are we doing? Now we have 1,000,000 mana. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mana. Am I at the point where I can't quite Vampiric for Blaze, but it's close. So I am at the point where I can throw in a Delusions and draw some cards. Another turnabout. Another key. And there's the Blaze. All right. Yeah, so now all I have to do is turn about my artifacts. Blaze is now lethal. Every time I turn about my artifacts, I get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got you, Shadow. It was hard, but I got there.
All right, I stopped watching. I started talking in chat, so I'll come back for game 3.
Yeah. Let's just go to game 3. It's a lot of clicking, but you're definitely dead from here. Wow, that was tough to find. Turn 2 kill. No problem. Turn 2 kill off a mulligan. Right. I still think I like Energy Field. Even though it doesn't beat Disciple, it potentially buys me a lot of time in a lot of games. I might actually need an Addercar waste to make it easier to cast. Is that possible? I guess that's in there to cast those Disenchants and the Light of Day. I don't know what I would take out. Like, I need all the fast mana. Kind of need the tutors. Definitely need the Delusions. I think we just shuffle it up like this. All right. 1 game for spot in the finals. See what happens. Turn 2 win. It's an interesting match, right? He forces me to go for it on the slimmest of margins, and I'm basically 1 for 2. Like, I went for it aggressively in the first game and fizzled. I went for it aggressively there and just barely managed to scrape my way into enough mana to do it. What does this draw do? This draw doesn't do anything. Like, it looks close. It's got like a ritual and a bargain, and it actually does nothing. It gets the 3 mana and then it's done. And it can't even cast. Oh, I see. If I show and tell, I need any land. I see. This is a show and tell hand. So any mana whatsoever turns on. Well, that's not quite true, but it's pretty close. Maybe I do keep this. Like, this is definitely a turn 2 kill if I draw a land, right? I even get to have mana floating. This is an easier turn 2 kill than last game, in that all I need is any land, preferably colored land. Yeah, I mean, I kept the last one. I think I have to keep this one. I'm even on the draw, right? Yeah, this is definitely a keep. It's even easier to keep on the draw. I have to show and tell a bargain down super fast, and that requires me to draw a land. Sweet. Still can't do a turn 1, but turn 2 I can do it off a ritual, so I'll even have a black mana floating, which is nice. I'll have a black mana floating, I'll have a key in play. Oh, now do I get to have the thing where I have to debate whether to go for it on turn 2? Alright, I'm going to go for it on turn 2. That's too much damage. Especially since he can untap it and go Cranial Plate and go. Right, Cranial Plating equip hit you for $1 billion. Not $1 billion, but like, those are all cards. Wow! Alright, this should totally work. I need both a black and a blue. Yeah, I just model it, right? Yeah, totally. Because I still get to have a black floating. In fact, I can leave it as the key. I can have a black and a colorless floating. I mean, I'm probably going to use the colorless on the key on the monolith, but may as well preserve the possibility. Okay, ATOG, fair enough. See if we can turn 2 kill him again, right? Should work. I can totally key monolith for monolith now. I need a blue man. I mean, I need Mox Diamonds. You always need Mox Diamonds. Look at that. No, the deck is going to cooperate. Is this game actually going to be easy? Energy field. I could say go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This doesn't untap. Hilarious. I actually could say go here, couldn't I? With an energy field in play? I have 8 cards in my hand. Whatever. This is happening. I mean, if I play Energy Field, the only thing he can do to me is play a Disciple. Huh. Energy Field Go feels pretty strong. Alright, so it involves that. So ideally I wouldn't even have to tap this Grim Monolith, right? Right now I'm getting greedy, right? Right now I can play, I can go blue and 1 for the energy field, not play this monolith, have 5 cards in my hand. I may as well draw 2 more cards. Yeah, I mean I could play this monolith, doesn't do anything yet. This just feels crazy good. The only way I get punished is if he plays a Disciple? But look how much mana I get. Yeah, this feels really strong. Here go. Sure. You have more stuff. Do any of these put a card in my graveyard? No? I can live with that. Wow. And now that I know he doesn't have Disciple, I mean, why wouldn't I just keep going, right? A card going into my graveyard. So I can play land, Grim Monolith, Delusions. All right, playing the Mox Diamond would turn off the energy field. I can play Scroll Rack and still untap this Monolith. Next turn, right? No reason to rush. Here go. How are you going to beat Energy Field? Glimmer Void. Okay, Disciple is now possible, which would be annoying. But he doesn't have it. Crazy. This is just nuts. He's completely helpless. One card sideboard tech. So many broken cards in Urza's Saga, and Energy Field apparently belongs on the list. Man, now he's shown me Glimmer Void. Like, I don't know. This is all very hilarious. Like, what's my hurry? I can just kill him at my leisure. I mean, the funny part is that I don't know. I don't know how my situation gets all that much better than that. All right. If I say go, I run the risk of him drawing a Disciple is the problem. Because if he draws a Disciple, then Disciple can actually deal me a bunch of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So like I lose 8 damage if he ever draws Disciple of all. And Glimmer Void means he can draw it. So I feel like I've had enough fun. I'm just gonna actually see about winning the game here. Mox Diamond's excellent. So what do I need to win the game? I mean, any number of things. I have all the mana. So I need turnabouts. I need turnabout, Blaze, Yawgmoth's Well, some combination of those cards. There's the Blaze. So I just need a couple turnabouts now. Yeah, totally. I have the Yawgmoth's Well in my hand. Hilarious. Alright. 3. How much mana do I even have? Lots, right? Yeah, energy field goes away. I'm okay with that. I mean, am I at the point where I should just Vampiric for Turnabout? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's like 14 mana. Yeah, 1 Turnabout is lethal now. I have if I actually draw it. Artifacts, untap, mine. Let's see, at 20. That looks like 20. Wow, bargain going to the finals. Little bit of an assist from a clever sideboard card. Cool. Good match. Not a whole lot of play on your side of it, I suppose.
Is it over? Oh, it's over. Good game. Again, I was just having a conversation with the chat.
Oh,
They
no
were
one
telling
heard
me you
second
could have
round
beat
of the
me on
chat.
turn
Fair enough.
2, but you just wanted to taunt me with Energy Shield.
Why wouldn't I?
Of course.
Like, you can't blow up any of my permanents. You basically go down to the cycle of the vault.
It's true. My hope was that I draw the one Shrapnel Blast that I have on my board, and then I'd be able to surprise you with it while going off. But ATOG number 2 in my hand wasn't going to get the job done.
Wow. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, my deck was stacked well enough that I probably could have just won on turn 2. But, like, the energy field is so absurdly powerful. I'm like, well, let's just take my time, relax, draw some cards, gain some life, get some untap steps, get some more land drops. Good game.
Good game.
So, bargain. So, either Urza Saga deck number 3 is headed to the Hall of Fame, or Jace the Mind Sculptor is going to join a couple of Urza Saga block decks in the Hall of Fame. Feels like a reasonable story either way.